going away, and it wasn't cost $1. So you make your own deductions. Do I think, in my opinion, that there's money being spent and Louis has some big business ideas? I do. Do I know that from reliable sources? I do. Do I know that for a fact? Not really. I mean, what is a fact? I mean, I don't believe in any facts. Even if you tell me to my face, I think you're lying. But I think there's truth to that. There's no truth to, and I think their problems were over the podcast host, and he doesn't. I don't know if that's what they're actually fighting about, but there's no divorce. So when Teresa class back and she's like, we're fine, you are fine. Now, I hope this is just editing. I hope Teresa hasn't stooped to the Melissa Gorga, the Sarge level of things, where we're doing a fake storyline about a long lost sister that we're never going to get to see, having another baby when, you know, you're the most selfish person in the world and you already have 3 children and God forbid you fuck up your body. I hope that in your divorcing Benigno, who with his small dick compared to Tom Schwartz's small dick, wouldn't leave you for all the money in the world. I mean, so I just hope that this was crafty editing by producers, that producers fucked over Teresa and not Teresa participating in a fake storyline, because you are better than that, Teresa. You have carried this show for 12 seasons with actual real storylines. Now, I heard from another reliable source. I got a lot of reliable sources here today. Teresa was in the villain's house. She's out now. I almost ran into her and Luis the other night in West Hollywood. We'll get into that. But Teresa was in the villain's house. She's filming the villains. We know this. Housewife historian. Thank you. She broke this on her Instagram page. When it happened, it is true. She went away. She filmed the villains. Teresa was in that house when the trailer dropped. And I heard from multiple sources that Teresa was pissed. Steam coming out of Teresa's ears. They did me dirty. The good news is, tree huggers, you still got your queen. She's not playing up with fake storylines, because it is a fake storyline. There's no divorce with her and Louis. They'll be together forever. Louis could literally walk in the room tomorrow and say, I need $1 million to buy the Brooklyn Bridge. And unfortunately, I think she would give it to him. Molly, you're in danger, girl. Teresa, open your eyes. But love knows no boundaries. So if they're together forever, is it really that bad? It's love. They're happy. So I ain't criticizing them. I'm just saying, if you wanted $1 from me to buy a bridge under your asshole, I wouldn't give it to you. So smart business decisions, yes. So I think there's some truth to this. I heard Teresa steam was coming out of her head when she was in the villain's house. They still had the phones in the villain's house. They got to text and they saw what was going on. Couldn't talk about the show, but they had access to the outside world. So she was pissed. They did me dirty. And why are they releasing the trailer when I'm in the villain's house? I think you had to stay off your social, but like you can call friends and stuff. So I heard that from reliable sources. So Teresa was pissed about that. So the good news is she's not faking it. Yeah, I think, watch your money, girl, but there's no divorce. So some truth, some not truth. Well, overall, I think we're in for a B season of new. Here's the good news. Want the good news and the bad news? The bad news is the trailer doesn't look so great. I don't think anything really happens. The good news is it'll still be better than 90% of what we're watching on Bravo these days, right? So tune in to my recaps. They are only happening here on Patreon. They will be nowhere else. Don't ask me to talk about them anywhere else. And that is just because I'm going to reward all of you loyal patrons who have been with me for 5 fucking years. You want to see the bags under my eyes? Now, I've been back to New York twice this winter, but I'm basically in my LA house for the winter. Here I am. Who would not want to spend time at their LA house in the winter? Why would I stay in the New York place? Again, it's new and it's not even fucking done. So there's an air mattress for everyone who thinks I'm high maintenance. I sleep on an air mattress when I go to New York. Well, this Luisa, oh my God, she's in the villain's house, which is out here in LA, and he is with the Salt Bae. Are you all up on Luis's social media? And by the way, Louis, I have nothing against you. I think it's great you're in love. Don't even bother blocking me because, don't forget, I was friends with the Sarge. Sarge. Remember when I was friends with the Sarge? And day one, the Sarge taught me, you must have Finstas. Meredith Marks says, you can leave. Well, Miss Josephs, the Sarge, says, you must have Finstas. So don't even bother blocking me, Louis. A, I got nothing against you. B, if you can't handle this soft porn of me saying these things to you, then you need to grow a dick and, call Teresa and take some of her hormones because her dick is fucking huge. And third, Asajj, who's my ex-friend, told me to have Finstas, and I got them. And don't you think you can go block me on every account? Because I got Finstas, so I'll still follow you. I like you, Luis, but you were over here sprinkling that salt on Salt Bay, driving up in a pink car, going on Rodeo Drive, schmoozing, telling everyone I'm Teresa Giudice's husband. Last summer I had a near run-in in the Hamptons. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to the Gallo sisters. I'm going to be back soon, guys. All my Hamptons neighbors, let me tell you, it snows. I get a call. Want us to check on your heat? I get a call literally 3 weeks ago. Do you need your mail? Should we be mailing you your mail? This is why we love the Hamptons. It's a chic New York vibe with a small town community. Love my Hamptons people. I'm coming back, guys, all summer, unless I have to be here for fucking work or New York, which God help me. Probably will. But I had that near run-in last summer in with Melissa and Joe at Tudo. Hi, Sam. Hi, Lisa Gallo. Sam saw the whole thing. We had Sam on the podcast. We'll have him back. And I did have the run-in at Jill Zarin's party with the Sarge. The Sarge had a few words for me. You know how Dorit said to Kyle, you're a punisher? That's like the Sarge. Very nice to your face, but you'll be punished. There'll be a punishment. The Sarge, there never forgets. Hi, Sargy Sarge. I like you, girl. I like you. You're funny. The Sarge makes me laugh. Louis was with snakes wrapped around his neck. True story. Go and look at the Instagram. This guy is living the life while your wife is in the villain's house. And look, Teresa ain't no fame whore. She don't need to be on TV. She is world famous. She's there for one reason and one reason only. You get paid probably around 200 grand to walk in the house, and you win like 250 if you win the show. So for $200,000 to pay for another 2 years of Gabriella's school, and maybe you'll win the 250. I heard Teresa was doing great. Well, she's out of the house now. But this guy is living up his life while she's in that house. I mean, I'm Teresa's husband. Well, let me tell you something. Now she's out of the house. So the other night, I'm living up. I got so many restaurants I want to try out here. So I go to Casa Madera. Everybody asks me, where do I eat in the Hamptons? Where do I eat in New York? Where do I eat in LA? Love Casa Madera. It's been there for a minute. Still hot, still hip. It's at the Mondrian Hotel in WeHo on Sunset. So I go with my boy, Evan, and we have a great, and by boy, I mean like boy, like